Good morning, y'all wouldn't know. I get up and I was gonna make Mother and I some toast, and I guess I forgot the bread. So, you know what that means, don't you? Pull out the old Better Homes and Gardens 1930s cookbook to the rescue. That's the best thing I can do today. And the best thing that you can do to start out with is I like to take my butter, so it'd be a stickier butter. I use a stick and just cut it long ways, and then I cut it in small pieces. And I get that and I put that in the back in the cold in the freezer while I'm getting my other stuff taken care of. So then what I'll do, I'm gonna get 2 cups. I'm gonna get 2 cups of flour. I just use this old screen door strainer because it's just as good as having to get all that other stuff out. I don't like doing all that. I'm trying to get in here and get this stuff done, get everything taken care of. So let's get a teaspoon of baking powder. I got a scoop in there. I always keep my little teaspoon. These are them dollar store. I keep my teaspoon in there, just so I have it nominated for that. Now, since I'm going to use buttermilk, I'm going to go ahead and put my baking soda in there. Now we'll get Dolly. Let's go 1/4. Let's see, 1/4 of my baking soda. Granny Pat lasted my big old box of baking soda. So back at the ranch, baking soda, baking powder. I gotta put salt. Okay. We'll put some salt in there, about a teaspoon. Teaspoon of pink salt. I'm gonna mix that good. You want that mixed really good. Like I tell you, all that baking powder, you don't want it to not be mixed, because I'm going to tell you everything. Let me see. There. There. I'm through with this. I don't have my pastry blender, but I'm going to do it with my fingers. Let me get my rings off so that I can rinse my hands. Alright, get this. Well, I've had this whisk for 30 years. Okay, I've got my cold butter. I'm just going to put it down in my flour. And I'm just going to kind of do it like this. You just take it and just put, you got one of those pastry blenders, that's fine too. If not, you can do it this way. Just squeeze it. Love it, just love your butter and squeeze it into your flour. That's all you gotta do. I had one of those pastry cutters, and I'm not so sure that I don't have it. It's probably, yeah, I probably got it, but where? It's in one of these big boxes. Y'all saw my implement thing a while ago. This just squeezes that butter into that flour. Starts getting kind of grainy. Let me check just to see. But just go ahead and do it. Let it get soft. I wanted it to get a little softer because that was still pretty cool. You're just twisting that. See, just twisting your butter into your flour. That's all you're doing. Make sure you get on down at the bottom. That's pretty well. That's pretty good in there. Now you know that's going to have that. Give it a little clap. We'll go ahead and put our buttermilk in there. And just a cup of buttermilk. And just mix that around. Combine it. That'll start kind of reacting with that. One baker I remember told me 15 times. Start just exactly 15 times and it'll come out right. I said, really? Yeah, 15 times. So that's about 11 times. Still kind of sticky, but that's okay. Let me get our old Pyrex. I was going to use that, but I've already cleaned that. So I'm just going to use our old Pyrex. Looks like the Dickens, but it works. I just want to put a little flour. Let me get this flour. This was my grandmother's, and then my mother used it. And when I was a little bitty boy, I'd make those salt cookies and things on this and make Christmas ornaments. This probably has more memories than anything in this whole place. Okay, I'm gonna dump my dough out. Dump my dough. Trying to clean out that bowl. These bowls are getting heavier every week for me to lift. But let me put a little flour on my hands. I'll get that off that spoon there. Put a little more. I'll probably need. I'm gonna set it out here just in case. I just want to knead that just a little bit, not too much. So that's got your butter in it. So that I'm gonna just kind of you want to mash it a little bit. Okay, that should be enough. That should be enough flour there. See how it's kind of come together, it's more congealed. Now I've already greased my, let me get the bowl out of the way. Oh, don't let that slip off. I would be into it with myself if I let that break. Okay. I guess I'll make just regular size biscuits. I've got, sometimes I'll use this, a smaller biscuit. If you want to, you can use the jelly, just plain old jelly jack glass, and just do the edge of it. Cut straight down. Put it on your pan. Make sure you cut straight down. I kind of group them together a little bit. This makes good fried pie dough too. Kind of squish that out a little more. You can mix that on in there as you go. Try to get them so your tops don't look. Gonna be a lot of biscuits. A lot of biscuits. Might get I think I better just use that as one and do it like that. Just make it a thicker biscuit. Just make that a thicker biscuit. It's not too pretty, but today that's as good as I can do. I'm going to take my avocado oil and I just squirt them. Squirt those, because that grease helps them rise. Now we'll put these in the oven at 425. Well, I was trying to get this mess cleaned up. These washed. Put back in this old Tupperware, Lord help. It's so old, it's unreal. Just have to get this mess cleaned up. Start all over again. Makes such a big mess. I love buttermilk left, but I was happy to use that buttermilk. I was really happy to use the buttermilk. Okay, we've got that cleaned up, and I'll be back in a minute. One of y'all asked about this bowl. This was my grandmother's bowl, and it came, as I remember as a child, I don't have the other part, but this came with the GE big mixer that set over in this, and this was the bowl for the mixer. I guess the mixer played out and the bowl's still around. All these years later. Well, I've got everything. Yeah, this is the old 1930s by the copyright in 1930. Printing is 36. It's got your oven charts, it's got your meats and puddings, it's got your measurements. Like I said, I've got to get this binding. I'm going to fix it. I don't want to ruin this. This is a good test kitchen cookbook. My Better Homes and Gardens cookbook. Can't say that around Billy Jean or he'll be pitching in the trash. He wants everything his, not mine. I haven't checked the two recipes to see which one is, well, they're probably more updated, of course, in the 80s, 1980s, and the ones in between the 50s. So, what am I doing? I'll be right back. Well, I got a homemade butter out. I got the coffee percolating, which you can probably hear. And so I'm going to use these egg whites that I have. I'm just going to put them in my skillet, but I'm going to put my avocado oil in there. Squirt it in there. Shake these egg white Bob Evans. That's all they had. A lot of times, let me let that heat up a second. I had my eggs, but I don't need keep them in water. That's the way I do it. But I didn't want to have all that yellow, which is cholesterol. So I just decided, well, I'm going to start eating egg whites. And we'll see. Well, I just pour them in my pan. Get a little salt, a little pepper, kind of like that. The cheese that I'm going to put on it's got salt, so I'm not going to add any more. You can do what you want to do. This is what I'm going to do. And then I'll add some cheese in a little bit. Let's get that heated up and start to cook. I'm just letting that heat up a little. Those egg whites. They'll fluff up. I'm going to turn that on and off because you don't need all that. Now if you know how your family thinks, well, I don't want anything that's good for me. Well, they don't know. They don't know what I do. I just put 2 drops of little coloring in there. Kind of wrap it around. Eye is deceiving. Then they don't have to get all that cholesterol and they still think it's got the yellow in it. Because some people say, well, that don't look like that's too white for eggs. Well, just get you a little bit of your coloring. Because this cheese, I use this Mexican cheese. I'll just put a little on top. Let that sit there and heat while I'm waiting on my biscuits. They'll never know the difference if those are not. Regular eggs. Mother and I have already eaten that whole jar of strawberry, so I'm going to open another one. And we'll have that. And let's see. Let me get a plate. Little plate. Little baby plate. I'm going to dip these out. Because Mother will not eat scrambled eggs today. Messy, messy, Billie Jean. Messy, messy. Alright, so there's that. Got the table fixed. Get the biscuits out. Where's my hot pad? Get my hot pads. Okay. There's our biscuits. Our butter's semi-thawed out. So we'll get, hot. I'll cut up my biscuit. Ooh. Hot on your fingers, hot on your fingers. Just put a little pallet of butter into there. That's what we're having. We're going to have biscuits and eggs. If I wanted to, I could have a little bit of my molasses this morning. But I'll have a glass of milk, my biscuit, my eggs, and my butter. That's what we're going to have. Y'all have a good day. God bless you. God bless us. God bless the United States. This is just some quick breakfast video. Not much to it. But we hope y'all have a great week. Wish y'all was here to have breakfast and eat with us. Bye-bye.